When the Cubs and Maddon parted ways, I'm like, who can I talk to find out? Honestly, this is part. I always love talking to you. You know that. But I wanted to get you on and say, your floor's yours. What happened here, and are Cubs fans fine with it, Michael?
I think we're okay with it. Yeah, I mean, look, Joe Maddon is forever going to be serenaded, hugged, applauded wherever he goes in Chicago, whenever he's there. That's done. That's set in stone. He did something that hadn't been done in more than 100 years, and it was great. And the 4 years were great. The 5 years, all of it. I don't know if the Cubs have had a better 5-year period. Certainly not in my life, and I'm getting old. And I don't know that in the last 75, probably in the 30s. 1930s, the Cubs went to the World Series, I think, in 32, 35, and 38, I think. So that would have been a great period. Well, that's 80 years ago. So they reached the point, Rich, which was clear these last 2 years, where the team wasn't responding in a way that Theo Epstein thought was, commensurate with the talent on board. They hit a wall late each year, and they want to win one more. And I understand that, and it was clear the team wasn't performing up to that level. And so there's going to be a casualty. Joe Maddon, there's no question about that. Is Joe the only person to blame? And of course not. The manager or coach never is. But this is okay. This is okay. It's okay with most Cub fans. We all text and talk all the time. There's some Cub fan text chain in every Cub fan's life, and I certainly have a couple. Mm. And nobody was screaming bloody murder. I mean, there were some people more upset than others, but this sort of had to happen, and now it's on with who is it that Theo Epstein and the brass think can get that extra bit of distance out of the Cubs they haven't gotten since 16. And for my money, and I know that David Ross is a guy that, what have they been missing since 16? David Ross in that clubhouse. Huh. Will it matter the same if he's a manager as a player? No, it won't be the same. But maybe, I don't know, maybe he can find that extra spark. Maybe he is that spark. But Joe Girardi, who you just mentioned, I mean, Girardi's a Chicagoan, and Girardi is, a Northwestern guy, one of mine, a Wildcat. And he's intimately familiar with the Cubs, the franchise, really how that whole thing operates, how it works. So and Joe Girardi's done this, been there, done it. And I'm one of those people who thinks that one of the elements missing is a certain edge. And whoever can provide it, I'm down with. But I think if you ask me who I would hire, Girardi. If you told me that Girardi didn't want to do it and they hired David Ross, fine. But Girardi is the name that pops up for me.
Oh, I think he'd do it. I think you just got to call him. He might still have a 312 area code on his cell phone, Michael. I mean, so
I know. Joe is. Joe's got that in him. I mean, I don't know Joe well. I know him to say hello and how you doing. We talk about some stuff at school and as alums and what's going on in the area. And that is in him. And I think that's one of many reasons why it works.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.